Bound by fate, drawn by duty, or chased by fear, four souls step into the depths of a world still trembling from the echoes of an elder brain's fall. When the chains of Avernus tighten, one soul claws for freedom, fleeing the ember-lit gaze of a fallen angel who would see them kneel once more. From the shifting mists of the Feywild, a hunter steps forward, guided by whispers of worms and prophecy, tasked with severing the heads of a cult that would wake a god. In the shadow of noble halls, a man reborn walks a perilous path, his body reshaped by an elder horror, his mind defying the hunger that should consume him. Marked by twisted hands of the coven, a wanderer treads carefully, ever watchful for the eyes that seek to claim what was promised. And as their journey continues, so too does the stirring of forces that would see them broken, or worse, bound.
I hope
I hope everyone caught that.
I hope
Hi,
they did.
everybody. Welcome to Chronicles and Shadows Over Baldur's Gate, our super serious game of Dungeons and Dragons, which is a spiritual sequel to the award-winning video game Baldur's Gate 3. If you found us, thank you. Welcome. There was a bunch of new followers, so I'm going to go ahead and do the spiel, just in case you guys are tuning in and you're like, what's going on? This game takes place after the events and some factors of some of the endings of the video game. So if you have not beaten Baldur's Gate 3, you should be okay for this episode-ish, but just know we are touching on themes, and possible spoilers, so enter at your own risk. We love you. We appreciate you anyway. Also, for those who definitely have no clue what this channel is about, every critical success or failure that is rolled gets marked into the Chronicle as a fun way for us to keep track of our successes and failures as stories go on. So if you ever hear of a natural 20 and see me stare at a book for like 10 seconds, now you know why. Announcements, pre-show things. Here's a pre-show thing. I forgot to set timers. We're going to do that real quick. But while I do that, why don't we go ahead and toss to our wonderful cast so that they can introduce themselves and who they are playing this evening.
I'm Lauren Urban, she, her. You can find all the stuff I'm doing at lauren-urban.com. But tonight, I am not me. I am playing Udazash, the Dragonborn Ranger/Rogue, who is wondering how difficult it's going to be to shoot arrows at bones.
Excuse me. Hi, everybody. My name is Omega Jones, also known as Quitbot across all social media channels. I play Leopold Guthmore, our resident not-so-human sorcerer, touched with a little bit of aberration. And, just here to be friends. And we'll buy them McFay runes if they want. Get a triple quarter pounder displacer beast bird. I don't know. Next.
Christ on a cracker. Hi, hello, good evening, folks. This is Laura, or Tutu, or Laura Tutu. You can find me and all of my stuff at lauratutu.com. But tonight I am playing Winifred Pithiok, our Sorlock of the Raven Queen's champion, here because, god damn it, you don't toy around with people's souls, and this bitch did, so now it's our problem.
Hello, everyone. My name is PJ McGaw. I am playing Marcus Hellhammer, the tiefling tattooist pugilist, maker of bad deals, knocker of his own screen over like an absolute chump. And I am here with very little idea of what's happening. I was given a wrap up, like a thing, but it's gonna be great because all I heard was one specific word: punch. So I'm looking forward to that, and I'm looking forward to playing with my friends again, and I'm looking forward to this Friday. And without further ado, I'm going to kick it back off to you, Cujo.
Sweet. When last we left off, don't you bat your eyelashes at me. I'm looking at you, chat. When last we left our intrepid heroes, they had left the city of El Terrell in pursuit of the Black Hand, a mysterious, possible mercenary group with very strong, hateful ties to the Feywild and Fey creatures entirely. As they traveled, they began to move across the Fields of the Dead, named as such due to a long forgotten battle that once took place across these plains. After settling in for the night and finding a spot to camp, they came across a fearful and friendly dwarven skeleton named Gren, and the more important character, the rat Richard, who had a nest in his ribcage. After learning some information about Gren and their motivations, they decided to do a little bit of a deep dive to figure out what made them tick, what brought them back. And Gren revealed that there are many across the fields that are not so nice. After doing a detect thoughts, Leopold met the individual responsible for Gren's partial resurrection, along with the one piloting the undead that seemed to be wandering across the plains. An individual referring to herself as Trinity, a very, not very well-mannered necromancer who left a not-so-veiled threat on Leo. to leave her toys alone. Responding as adventurers do, they decided, fuck that, and they are going to go find Trinity and dole out some justice. Winnie, prior to you all leaving, managed to speak with one of the spirits that was haunting the plains in hopes that she could appeal to it to act as a guide. The spirit agreed, and you all began your travel, just as you started to witness bones. All the bones across the ground, slowly gathering until there was a mound of them, and several of the sharp ones shot out at one of you, and thus, I need you all to roll initiative. Go ahead, gonna do things here. Gonna go back to the other screen that I have right here. Again, cool. I started the maps, so you guys should be able to see. I'm gonna go ahead and switch the overlay so that our chat can see. Look at it; it's so pretty. Oh my goodness, it's so nice.
We got a map.
Hey!
Battle map. Thank you, Incarnate.
We're
not sponsored,
It's a bone
but-
tornado.
It is a bone tornado. We're not sponsored, but seriously, if you like making custom battle maps, Incarnate is fantastic. I love it. I swear by it. It's wonderful. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. Gren has... Okay, Gren got a 10.
Burp.
Leo, what'd you get?
Go somewhere else. Hold on.
Okay. Marcus, what'd you get?
14.
Jesus.
Okay.
Okay. Great.
Leo, what did you get?
22.
22. Shit.
19 on the die, baby.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
What's Ash? What did you get?
I also got a 10. Grant and I are just staring at each other like, this is weird.
Winnie, what did you get?
19.
Nice. All right. Initiative.
I'm very fast, except in battle, apparently.
All right. So I am going to resolve real quick that one attack that it was able to get off, and then we are going to drop into regular initiative. So we're going to do that real quick. It is going to send the bones at Winnie. Let us see. Okay. Is the 12 going to hit Winnie?
No.
Okay. My rolls are not so good. That D20 is fired.
I'd say she hops on the broom and just whoop.
All right, cool. Well, that's that. We go up to the top of the initiative with Leo.
Okay, love this. Bones. Leo sees these things come together. It's not supposed to do that, right? No? Great. And as he says great, his eyes flash, as a bonus action, I'm going to invoke my innate sorcery. So now, I need you guys to go turn this on. Blah. Now, I have advantage on all attack rolls of sorcerer spells I cast, and my DC has gone up by 1.
Nice.
And I will swirl my hands. Actually, it's almost mimicking what Winnie does. I think he's like learning as far as like the world of combat, magical combat. Kind of swirls his hands and then he flicks with a sorceress burst. I will have advantage. Or natural 20. Slay. Love that. It's going to be. This is. I don't think psychic's gonna matter here. I don't know. Let's do thunder.
Nice.
Double dice, correct? I always forget here.
Do your max base damage. So if you do 3d6 on your spell, that's
Do the
18
max of
damage,
that.
and then roll on top of that.
Okay, great. Because we're level 11, it's going to be an automatic 24 points of damage, and then I will roll 3d8.
Nice.
We love the music.
When he crits, he also gets a nice music sting. It's nice.
Yes.
Oh shit!
Don't tempt me. I'll do it.
Hold
I
on,
will
I said
set Sirenscape to make that happen.
24.
Let's do that. Are you kidding me? That's dope.
Leo comes with their own like theme song. This is amazing.
I
Yeah.
actually just had a thought. We all know Nerdy. I want to message Nerdy and be like, I will pay you whatever amount of money so that we have a little alarm thing that goes off like, you got crit. You got a crit. And then it's just a little like jazzy moment for, okay. Anyway. Sorry.
No, are you kidding me? I love it. That's my
44
bad.
points of oh, actually I lied. I am so sorry. With the Sorcerer's Burst, I totally forgot. If I roll an 8, I get to roll again. So I'll do that.
Exploding die.
Let's go.
44, 51 points of thunder damage.
Hot diggity damn.
Good Lord.
Leo said nope
Okay.
to this thing.
Yeah. The burst soars into this huge pile of bones, and you just see this shattering of several of the bones that just cause dust to sort of like into the air. It is huge, but there's a healthy chunk of it that is now just gone because of the lightning that coursed through it. Well done.
That is my bonus action to activate, and then the attack, and then I will just. I pass. He just scoots behind Marcus.
Meat shield gonna meat shield.
Yeah, we love it. We love to see
It's what we do, Share. It's what we do.
it. All right, Winnie, we come to you.
Bet. Okay. So Winnie's on the broom and used it to dodge the bone shards. So she's gonna sort of strafe around here. Whoop.
Know that you're. How high in the air are you?
Let's call it like 15.
Okay, sounds good.
We're gonna play keep away because that's how you don't get smacked.
I like it.
With bonus action with hex magic, I will cast hex, and we're gonna call that dexterity.
Dex. Okay.
And then what kind of warlock would I be if I didn't go with the classics?
Yeah.
Eldritch Blast. 2 of them.
First.
Eldritch. I don't know if Eldritch Blast. That doesn't sound quite as good in the Irish. Eldritch Blast.
You know, it's there.
Does a 21 hit?
A 21 will hit.
How about a 15?
15 will not.
Ass. Okay. So for that,
Does this thing even have an ass? Can bones have asses?
do bones have asses?
I think you need to
Two
have.
bones have asses is wild.
I think you need to actually have meat in order to have an ass. Otherwise, it is just a pelvis.
You know what?
It's just a
You know
pelvis and a spine.
Mm-hmm.
So that is 3 force damage, and not going to do anything because undead likely, but 4 necrotic for 7 total damage.
7 total. Let me see. Okay, got it. The first blast collides with some of its form, and just as you loose the second, you watch this form like open in its center as the blast soars through.
Oh, I don't like that at all. Marcus, hit it!
Yeah, branch.
Wait, sorry, did it seem to like? I must say, suck. Did it seem to like absorb?
It didn't absorb. It literally opened itself up to create a hole so that the blast would soar through it.
Oh, that's right
Without
in the
getting
rancid. Get fucked.
It became a bone donut.
Get
Bone-
wrecked.
A bone nut.
That's fucking that.
It became a bone nut. I regret nothing. I regret nothing. You can silence me all you want.
I don't have a thing. I just.
I don't either. That was literally just my
Wait,
hand.
wait.
This is for the chat, goddammit. This is for the
Wait.
chat to enjoy. Oh, what?
Nope. Fail. Fail.
Oh my god. Don't you all miss me? Look how
No.
unprofessional I am.
I love you.
Well, Marcus, we were joking about it earlier. Is it time to pay?
I think it's time to Marcus. Bam! I'm gonna run right up into melee range.
Milan?
Malarange.
I don't know why
This is what happens when we don't get to see each other for
I know.
We
Yeah,
go
I'm sorry.
absolutely feral.
I'm
Yes.
bringing the real stupid boy hours, and I'm so sorry, everybody.
Don't
But
be. Bring it.
so bonus action, Las le bouton roulé, baby. I get nice and big. I'm now not huge yet. I think in a few levels I will be. And now I am going to just put a punch in on this guy. So
Sorry, I will
first,
stop doing that at some point.
it's fun, right? Right. Let's see here. So that is going. Oh, I gotta check my notes. It's been a while since I see my numbers. There we go. So that is going to be. Where is that? There we go. Minus. Okay, that's going to be 24 with a haymaker.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Get
Alright,
made, you hay.
Let's do it. All right, and that's gonna be 25 with a haymaker. Last
Yeah.
one, and this is gonna be a regular punch. 18.
18 will just hit.
Okay.
Ooh, sleigh bells.
Yes. That's 1, 2,
What?
3.
Sleigh bells.
I got you. I got you. Yeah.
I think I like
That's
tartar sauce better.
The 3 camera turnoffs we've had so far this stream. It's been
Yep.
a half an hour.
Tartar sauce.
You're also muted.
Nah! Fuck this.
Oh man. Okay. So so my first punch is going to be doing 19 bludgeoning damage. 19 bludgeoning and magical damage.
Okay.
My second punch is going to be doing. That is a total of. Give me a second.
You're good.
9, okay, that's gonna be a total of 15 bludgeoning magical damage.
Okay.
Last but not least, it's going to be 18 magical bludgeoning damage. Oh crap! I haymaker the first 2. So add on top of that another 16 total damage.
I'm trying to do this all mentally for some reason. I can just open a calculator. You said 16?
16 was that last one, yeah.
Got it. Quick question.
Mm-hmm.
Your fists, are they considered magical right now?
They are indeed.
Okay, cool. Thank you. You watch as Marcus grows in size like a Power Rangers monster, and just starts pounding into this bone swarm. Shards and bone dust go flying through the air, and it seems to roil and react, but it's still this. It looks just like a pile of bones that's been animated somehow. So it's still just, I don't know, apparating in strange shapes as it tries to recoil and rethink its strategy here. Udazash, we come to you.
Udi.
Yeah, so Udazash has taken out her bow and is staring at this thing, and there are no eyes to target. There is no heart to target. There is nothing specific to target. So she's just going to go for center mass and see what she can do.
There you go.
So she's going to be conservative with her first attack. Does a 18 hit?
18 will just hit.
Okay. Yeah, we're going to continue to be conservative. So that's going to do. Do I need to split radiant, psychic, or magical piercing damage?
No.
Okay. So that, and then
Good to know.
that, and then I have a friend next to it, so I get my sneak attack.
Sneak attack.
10 plus. So 20 damage total.
Eight
Okay.
that down. 4 plus 4.
And then she's a little emboldened, so I'll go ahead and try to sharpshooter the next one.
Okay.
So that is a 19 to hit.
19 will hit.
Awesome. So that will be that, and then that, and then that.
We love the cheat sheets here.
15,
That and
15,
carry it forward. Just
18,
bring out an
that is
abacus.
Yep.
28 damage.
Nice.
Damn.
As despite the fact that you can't find any of the squishy parts, I can still find a center mass to go hit, and bones still crack.
I love
And then she's going to this dead-ish tree next to her. Is
Mhm.
there some cover that she can gain behind it?
it. Absolutely.
All right, she is going to duck behind it, and as a bonus action, she is going to hide.
Love it. Give me that stealth check.
So let's
Oh, sorry, chat.
roll 21. Ugh, I actually rolled a bad.
Okay. Give me 1 second. I have to look at a thing.
Look at the thing.
Look at the thing. Cool. All right.
And so she kind of ducks into it, and despite the fact that she is blue, wearing kind of browns and everything, it's almost as though her scales kind of reflect the green and the brown around her, and she just kind of takes on that hue. And I'll come around to there, and that is the end of my turn.
All right.
Love that.
Well, now, as I burp,
Blipes.
it is the Bone Swarm's turn.
Bony.
The Bone Swarm is going to do a couple things. First off, it is going to move into Marcus's space. You guys watch as this huge pile of swirling bones just, you see thousands of them just start moving across and slashing, attempting to slash at Marcus. I am going to be making
Excuse me. Is there any wording about, like, is he engulfed? Can we see him? All those things.
All that good shit.
You can still see him. He's not completely engulfed.
Okay.
We're gonna
It
do.
doesn't
We're gonna do.
count
this
as a grapple, does it?
Well, this is what I'm about to find out.
Yep.
Will a 22 hit Marcus?
Eep.
That will hit
No.
Marcus.
It won't.
Ah.
It won't.
Are you silvering?
It's funny because as I'm just looking, I'm like, Marcus like left, and he goes, no. Just kind of standing out in the open. But as Marcus gets swarmed and these things start to like pick at him, some of the pieces are more sharp than usual. And he goes, oh, great. And I just like snap all of those sharp pieces to be the silvery barbs.
Okay.
And I will give Marcus the advantage.
Nice.
Well, I did re-roll,
Slay.
so that would be 29 to hit.
Work slay 8 down. Mama, yes, God.
Damn.
What is
29 is more than last
Okay.
time. So yes, that definitely is a hit.
Okay. I need dice. Hold on. I have to remember what D8s look like. There. Don't judge me. 3. Marcus, you are going to take 22 points of slashing damage.
Ooh, Jesus.
As this swarm immediately encapsulates Marcus's form and then pulls back. And as it does, you watch as all of the sharper pieces of the bone, some of which are impacted by Leopold's silvery barbs, but there's so many of them. Several of them pierce and then drag across the skin as you watch this swarm sail through the air and manifest into 2 smaller ones.
Why?
This got to do this.
Does that make this actually an ooze? Udazash asks to nobody in particular, mostly to herself, because she doesn't do it out loud because she's smart enough to not break stealth that way.
Yeah.
But she does have that moment of, I've seen oozes do that.
But yes, after they now reposition themselves, and there's now 2 of these swarms. They're smaller, substantially. Just sort of, you just hear bones clicking and clacking. Gren, who is behind Marcus, says, "Well, that's a problem. It shouldn't be a problem." And he draws the short sword and takes the crossbow and goes.
Yeah.
He is going to move
Live your best life, Gren.
5:30.
Enjoy that sword while
We're
you-
gonna have this God bless it. Not what I wanted. This little line of terrain here is like a hill. It's a harsh hill that goes up. So I'm going to say that that's going to count as quote unquote difficult terrain to go up to that next level. I want to confirm movement speed.
If you have a climbing speed, you don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, great.
Let's see. God dang it! I forgot to. Well, it's fine. All right. We are going to do. As Gren runs past Marcus's form, you see his skull rotate completely around, and we'll say, thanks to the telepathic bond, just for simplicity's sake. Marcus, you hear in your head, "Hey, do you want to get closer to one of the things?"
So you look around for a second, but in enough time to look deeper into it, and he goes, yeah, of course, always me.
Okay, cool. He is going to slide up to that sloped part and aim the crossbow and fire one bolt. We're going to do this. That is going to hit. We're going to do 9 plus 13 points of piercing damage. But it is going to do a little bit less, given that I believe it's just a regular crossbow. Is that correct? Okay. So, math there. And then for what would be his second attack, he is instead going to use... oh my god, where's the damn thing? Commander's Strike.
Ooh!
There we go.
You can... Oh, they changed the rule. There we go. Sorry, maneuvering attack. So, Marcus, you can use your reaction if you want to move up to half of your speed to get a little bit closer if you want.
Okay. Absolutely.
Bless
Let
the
me
battle master.
figure it out. So that's okay. So that would be about. Yeah, I think that would get me roughly here. I am considered large. Is that ridge big enough to be a problem for my height? Would that still count as difficult terrain at my height?
I'm gonna say no.
Awesome.
I mean, I can't do any more movement, so it's what it is. But next time, you fucked. Right now,
Oh.
It took a lot of brain to answer that question.
Oh my god.
Hey, it's a Friday. We got you.
It's true. Thank you. All right. With that, and with our new initiative, it is now Bone Swarm number 1's turn.
Okay.
That one is going to... It is going to fly, we'll say 20 feet up, and right about here.
I'm sorry, fly.
Yep. You just watch this collective of bones and skeletons just lift off of the ground, almost like a strange, constantly roiling cloud. And it's going to move closer to Marcus. Let's see. Sorry, give me a second. Okay. We're going to do another Swirling Bones attack. Hiya. That's 22 to hit.
that's a hit.
Okay, cool. There. Ooh, okay. That is going to be another 25 points of slashing damage as more of these just... You watch this stream just sort of shoot out of this cloud straight at Marcus, and you just watch ricochet and shrapnel off of his chest. Up next, we have Leo.
Seeing this thing begin to fly upward, and seeing that it's split. Well, actually, did we see the catalyst of the splitting, or it just did it?
It just chose to split.
Gotcha. Does it seem like it's just? I mean, I know they're bone and things, but it just seem like it's sustaining any of the damage?
Yeah.
Or is it just kind of just taking it?
It's I mean, the damage is hitting. Everything that you're doing is withering it down bit by bit. It just chose strategically to take a different approach.
Great. Leo is going to again, inspired by his party in a way, the magic of Winnie and just the action of Marcus, seeing Marcus like swing, you see him like calculating the way he's moving, and then he's going to kind of like, this failed last time. Not a fighter, but still, he's gonna like crack his knuckle, and where he's from, he's gonna like kind of like wind it up. And he's going to swing, and as he does, a big beast's hand is going to appear.
Yes.
Oh shit!
Punch it.
Can go.
Also, I appreciate that you're cracking a knuckle.
Yeah, just a knuckle.
One.
I
He's not
imagine
that strong.
he does that one, and then he's like, ow.
But as it comes out, it's going to come above the swarm and attempt to strike it. It needs to succeed on a strength saving throw, please.
Okay. That is a 16.
That is a fail.
Okay.
The hand is pushed up to 5 feet plus a number of feet equal to 5 times your spellcasting ability modifier. It's flying. No, it's not. I'm bringing it back down to Marcus.
Yeah.
Shit. Okay.
So literally, I'm just gonna push it down. Yeah, I mean, it can be. It's a lot of feet. What is that? 5 times ability casting modifier. That is 25. Yeah, 25 feet. Yeah, it's just gonna knock it straight down back to Marcus. It's gonna stay there.
You just hear again. You just see more shards and bone dust go flying.
Mm-hmm. And then that's an action. As a bonus action, I'm going to, because when my innate sorcery is activated, I can activate 2 meta magics at once. I'm going to quicken spell and twin spell sorcerer's burst. At both the swarm. So that's going to be
Fuck this guy in particular.
Yeah.
1, 2, then 1. There we go.
Okay.
So there's 3 in total. So bone swarm 1. All these still at advantage because I'm still sorcerizing. 25 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
Did it just so far? And the things that's hit it. Does something seem like it did? It was resistant to anything so far.
The only time you've seen that is with Gren's crossbow. Everything else has hit perfectly fine.
Great. Then just going to the basics with him, which is psychic.
Sweet.
So we're gonna do. What are you? Who are you? I'm so sorry.
Damn it.
Where are you? And I'm so
that
sorry.
12, 19 plus another burst. 19.
Get
22 points of damage to Bone Swarm 1.
There
Sweet.
we go.
And then I will do another thing. That's a 16 on the die, so 26 to hit.
That 26 will hit.
8, 10 points of psychic damage to Bone Swarm 2.
Okay. Both take it, and you just again see more shards just dissipate from its form.
That is action, bonus action, and just to confirm, that Big Biana's is a large hand.
Large?
Yeah.
Shite. Okay.
And it does have an AC, it does have hit points, etc., so it is effectively an object that is there.
Okay.
That is me. I'm gonna step back here. Yeah. Well, actually, hold on. Let me make sure.
Just do this.
Okay.
Go count. I'm just gonna rename it.
Gotta go a little closer.
Look, I have so many reactions. I have so many reactions that will keep you safe, baby. Just stay where you are.
There you
You'll
go.
be okay.
I gotta get closer. Oh, you're too far. Hold on. I think I can get like right. I can get. I got
Every foot, he's just like, oh, okay, fine. Wait, one more
That's
okay,
good.
fine.
That's good. That's good. I can't get both of y'all.
Guys, I can't walk another step. My legs are basically broken.
Oh, actually, wait. I think I can get right here. Success. 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 I'm done. You actually see Leo just going to a spot. Crap. Crap. Okay. Okay. Okay.
My God, I love Leo so much.
So much calculus. So much geometry.
God.
Yes.
Angles.
Support characters. We need to be in spots.
Yeah.
Done.
Support characters need ankle support. Up next, we've got Winnie.
Hey. Okay. First and foremost, bonus action. Marcus, buddy, how you doing?
I'm I'm not bloodied yet, but it's close.
Yeah. Ooh, yet. I don't like that yet. That yet's doing a lot. Okay, all right. I think Winnie sees this happen and swears like loudly in Celestial. And with that profanity, the light that usually surrounds anyone that she uses her healing light on sort of whips its way around Marcus's torso, and some of those like jagged cuts start to close up. There's a little more of a gold tint in that black and purple mist, though. And it's a little beefier than it used to be.
It's giving Beefiana.
It's giving beefiana.
It's giving Slaughterhouse Down.
Why are we like this? So instead of the usual D6, I'm gonna throw 2d8 down. And should you desire, PJ, you can add some hit dice to that.
Oh, look at this CB. Look at this face.
I do desire this. What was the total of the D8 rolls? The 2D8 rolls?
That is 7 points of healing.
Okay. I have 11. Yeah, I'm gonna spend 3 D10s to add to that. Hold on, I did not pull out D10s.
We got the hit dice in there, Neo. That's all I needed. That's all I needed. Wither me.
I am loving this. I'm rolling for this.
Something
So
about
you're 7.
PJ having to aggressively do math is hilarious to me. I love you, buddy.
That is. Hold on. That's gonna be a total of 18 plus your 7. That's 25.
Reminder, I don't like to admit it, but I am a math gay, so if you need help with numbers, let me know.
Bless you.
But I'm good at it.
I'm not a math straight. I'm just autistic. I'm doing my best.
Us math gays got you.
Thank you.
Bless the math gays.
Blessed be the math
Thank
gay.
you.
For they shall carry the D&D.
Well, all right. Well, I believe that was bonus action or action for healing light.
That was bonus action. So now I need to schmack. And by schmack, I mean Eldritch Blast. That's not going to hit because that was a 12.
Yeah, no.
Ooh, that's better. That's a 28.
That'll
That'll do it. That'll do it. That'll do it. That
Which one
is
you
gonna. Whichever one still has hex on it, since they've split into 2.
Oh. Well,
Feel like it's probably the original one,
let's see.
original recipe over there.
Giving KFC.
11 herbs and
Bone
spices.
Swarm's tomb has become the spicy one.
There we go.
Mm.
So Bone Swarm 1 will have it.
Okay. Yeah, so
Okay.
Bone Swarm 1 gets the Eldritch Blast. One of them misses, but the other one is max damage. So 10 force damage and 1 necrotic.
Hey, hell yeah. Sweet. Another blast collides with its form. Well done, my jolly. Although, now it's Bone Swarm 2's turn.
Oh, and then I'm going to move. I don't like being that close to Bone Swarm 2. I don't like that at all.
I was about to click and start moving the token towards you.
Fuck off!
It is going to move.
I mean, if you still want to hit me, you can hit me. I don't know how far it goes.
But I just want to verify. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's going to fly over here. Let's see. Will a 23 hit Winifred?
No, it won't, 'cause I need you to roll that again. And give me a second. This is the first time I'm using this form of this ability. Runic Shield. When another creature that I can see within 60 feet of me is hit by an attack roll, this was an attack roll, correct?
Mm-hmm.
I'm using my reaction to force the attacker to re-roll the d20 and use the new roll.
Yeah.
Did you just nat 20 me?
You sure you want to do that, PJ?
It's already done.
All right.
Yes, I'm feeling saucy.
That's
okay.
20.
No, I made it worse.
I mean, that's what happens. Silvery barbs. This thing you can do. That's what happens.
What was the total?
Oh,
So-
just 1 second.
So what's gonna happen is do the damage. You're gonna hit because per the wording of Runic Shield, I couldn't like silvery barbs that down. You have to use a new roll.
Mm-hmm.
However, what I can do is as this thing is starting to swirl, Winnie, you will see it suddenly just start to slow down. As I'm going to use accelerate, decelerate, and I'm going to use it at 4th level.
Goddamn.
So you need to reduce the damage by 5d6.
Okay. So let me. Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, I was like, do your damage first, and then unroll.
That spell, dude, is so clutch. Honestly,
Fucking.
Okay. And then 5d6.
5d6.
Okay. I can do this.
You've got this.
Okay. 2, 3, 4, 2. 19. Okay. Let's see. When it gets to the higher numbers, then my math gate turns off, and then I have to use a calculator. Okay. That is a good thing that you did that.
Mm-hmm.
It would have been 58 points of slashing damage, but it was reduced to 39.
Ooh.
That's still not great.
It's better than what it was.
And Winnie is considered grappled as this thing has swarmed around her. I'm going to say because she's medium size and this swarm is large, technically, her form, it's like, it's difficult to keep an eye on.
Can't see her. Yep.
You hear like gasp of shock, and then Winnie's scream is just cut off.
Okay.
Speaking of that, hey Marcus,
Hmm.
it's your turn.
Okay. So let me quickly do that is, yep, okay, I can run up there, no problem. Cool. I am then going to immediately break off, go to the second swarm, and proceed to beat the crap out of the bone swarm as best I can.
Real quick question for you though.
Yeah,
Will a 16 hit you?
it will not.
Okay.
Yeah.
As Marcus breaks away to dive to save Winnie, you watch as some of the swarm held down by the Bigby's hand like swipes at him, but he is able to move out of the way.
And I'm gonna haymaker all 3 strikes, and I want to say that as I'm haymakering, it's 1 part punch and 1 part scoop. Like this is not as much a trained fighter as this is a rabid animal trying to dig something out, trying to save it.
You have advantage on the first attack. Don't forget with your silvery barbs that I gave you earlier.
Thank you. Okay, so that's going to be 23 to hit for the first haymaker.
That'll hit.
That's going to be the same number again. Was it 20, 23?
23. Yep.
23 again for the third haymaker, and last but not least, the fourth haymaker is going to be, what is that? That is 24 to hit with a haymaker.
24 will hit. Holy shit.
Nice. Tight.
We love when the dice want to tell the story.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go. Okay, so the first strike is going to be it's gonna be 27 on the first punch.
Nice.
It's going to be Why am I blanking? 21 to the second. Come on, brain.
Nice.
I know you can brain better than that. Okay, so that's going to be 20.
We love
31. 31 the last punch.
Damn.
Very
All right.
Hot damn.
That was the getting my hand in, bring it back, breaking it through deeper, and then just Supermaning that hoe.
I will say.
It's been a weird day.
Damn it, PJ.
I'm so sorry.
I'm gonna say, because you did that much damage, Winnie, go ahead and make me an acrobatics check.
Oh, fuck me. Okay. Also, I rolled my concentration check, dirty 20.
Okay, cool. You are good.
Nice.
Listen, fuck. 19.
19. With the help from Marcus, you see the huge red-skinned tiefling hands pound in and tear away some of the bones, and you are able to escape the grapple.
Nice.
Yeah, just like, I think Winnie like grabs hold and like pulls herself out, and there's a moment where we're not sure if she's gonna stay on the fucking broom. But I think we're gonna call that 19 a good for that.
That works. That works for me. All right. With that in mind, Uthazash, we come to you.
I think she had also heard the cutoff scream, but saw Marcus running. And so in the process of Marcus running is like, he has got this. I'm going to make sure the other one doesn't follow. And so even as Marcus is punching and scooping Winifred out, does this bone swarm see me?
It does not.
Awesome. So I'm gonna shoot it. Dirty 20 to hit.
That'll hit.
Okay, and then my second attack. And that's higher, so 23 to hit.
Yeah.
So from first hit, I'm gonna do 16. Ooh, nice. 26. 26. 33 damage.
Oof.
And then for the second, because that one included the sneak attack. Nope, not you. That one. The second hit is going to be 17 damage.
17.
And how is this thing looking?
Well, it's funny that you mentioned that.
It's not funny. I am very interested in how this thing is looking.
This is one of those Baldur's Gate 3 outtakes where they sass the narrator and she's like, oh, I'm so sorry.
This is a very serious question, narrator. I would like to know how this thing is looking.
Tell me about the impact of your arrows on this bone swarm.
I think once again, there's no fleshy bits. And so she's just continuing to look for whatever center mass is, as though, okay, there's a concentration of like, there's a skull in there, or there is a concentration of bones in there. And so whatever seems to be the tightest bunch of this calcified swarm, the arrows are just pounding right there, just one after another. And because they're these glowing radiant arrows, they just sink in, and there's almost a little bit of a flare of radiant light every time it happens. So like since they look like since they look like tornadoes, it's almost like there's lightning going off inside of them.
I love that. I'm going to say that there is something that is at the center of these that is binding them together. And you have done enough damage that you've hit it enough times that central, you catch a glimpse of it. It's a skull that is covered in carved runes. And after that last shot that goes straight into the forehead and you see the skull shatter, you watch this small, almost necrotic shockwave go off, and the swarm no longer can remain as a swarm. What it does instead, because it cannot remain that way, is the bones do reconstitute, but as full skeletons. And they just sort of slowly piece together and rise up, holding sharpened bones as weapons, looking far less intimidating.
Oh, well, now you are just very boring. Okay. Interesting. Okay. As a bonus action in my movement, how far am I from Marcus? Okay, I've got plenty of movement. I got movement for days. I'm gonna move here so that I'm between Leo and the tiny little horde of skeletons, because there's 5 of them. There's a quintet of them. As I move over there, I'm gonna yell back to Marcus and be like, "There's the skull in the middle of the whole thing. Just yank it out, and it won't be a swarm anymore." And as a bonus action, I'm going to offer the help action.
Oh.
Because I can do that as a bonus action. So you have help against your next attack against that swarm.
Sweet. I like it.
And then I am done.
All right, cool. All right, well, it's now our little teeny skeleton friends' turns. We're going to have these two go after Gren. I need to do some measurements here.
Skeleton on skeleton violence. You hate to see it.
Go here for Uti, and then here. I think this one will get to like right about there. So it's 2 attacks on Garen, 2 attacks on Utazash. We're going to go ahead and pull up their sheet so I know what I'm doing. All right. Do this. Let's see. Jesus. One of them got a natural 20 on Utazash.
Okay.
The other one got a 16.
That is my armor class.
Okay. So, pardon me real quick. I have to mark it into the book because even the NPCs have moments.
Mm-hmm.
A skelly hits Utazash with a bone. Okay. So,
are you attacking me with part of your body? That is disgusting and also kind of cool.
That natural 20. Wow, that's max damage. 9. Math. 15 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
The other one does 6 points of bludgeoning damage. Now it's time for the ones on Gren, whose AC is not very high because he's not wearing armor, but it's still there. One's going to hit. One rolled a natural 1. So Gren is going to take 7 points of bludgeoning damage. And he is going to riposte. He's going to spend a superiority and make an attack right the fuck back because he does not like that. So, that'll hit there, and I need a D8. 7, 11 points of damage to that skeleton. So there's a bee who is holding on by a thread. Okay, the skeletons have all gone, and it is now Gren's turn. Gren is going to make one attack on skeleton B and another one on C. So we'll start with B. I need to keep their thing up. That's gonna hit, which it only has 2 health left. This skeleton B is no more.
He dove into the swarm in order to find the skull. He'll be back. It'll be fine.
Nah, PJ.
Spectrum's being Spectrum.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. The second attack, unfortunately, is going to miss. But after Gren, we come back to the top of the initiative. We've got Leo.
Okay.
Okay.
Trying to conserve, but I don't know if that's possible right now because things keep popping up. Hey. Seeing the skeletons and having a gut feeling is going to happen again over with the bone swarm over there, which is not too good. Spectrum. Udazash, you hear? Would you like a vantage point?
I mean, I will take any advantage you would like me to have.
Okay.
You're always very cool, but what do you need from me to do?
The hand swoops down towards you, and is attempting to pick you up.
I mean, I'm here for your hand, so whatever it wants to do, I will go with your hand.
Great. So bonus action, I'm going to essentially make this a forceful hand, to move Udazash up with him. But it's a large thing with a lot of mass, so I figured Udi can stand on it.
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
Great. And because this is forced movement, technically, no attacks of opportunity, which is good.
Cool.
But then he just goes, oh, okay. Hello, Mr. Skeleton. Sorry. You all look amazing. And he is going to reach inside himself, and is going to invoke almost a concussive psionic wave. And as he does, I'm going to cast. What spell slots do I have? A 3rd level, Arms of Hadar. So each creature in a 10-foot emanation originating from me. I'm trying to make sure I don't get Grin, essentially. I'm just trying not to get Grin in this. Needs to make a strength saving throw. On a failed save, because I did this at 3rd level, it will be 4d6 necrotic damage.
One of them succeeds. We're going to make that skeleton E up here.
How did they succeed?
Because I got an 18 on the die. And what is your DC actually?
19.
JK, they all fail.
I guess I had to ask. It's fine.
What's your +1 to your thing?
Yeah. Innate sorcery BB. So they're all gonna take Okay, math. 14 points of necrotic damage. And they all can't take reactions.
Well,
Oh.
you won't have to worry about that because they all had 13 health.
That's kind of funny.
Excellent.
No shade.
Udazash had been surfing on the hand, but as soon as you picked her up, she now is like crouched over, like looking over the side of it. And when you do that, she just like
Like, oh,
starts to applaud.
didn't think that was going to happen. Sorry. Kind of like gets a kicks a bone. Just off to the side away from him. Like, sorry. We're good.
Leo,
What?
as they crumble,
Uh-huh.
you hear a familiar voice in your head.
I need a ring of mind shielding.
What did I say? If you played with my toys, you hear Leo,
Uh-huh.
you feel the equivalent of a psychic tidal wave heading your way. It has not arrived yet, but you can feel some things coming.
Did we just call her out?
So as he's like kicking these things, you see him like mid-kick just pause. Something's coming.
What?
I don't know. Something's coming. Oh no. And you see him start to hold his head, because whatever's happening, is probably giving him some type of migraine. A psychic on psychic. It's just white noise backlash. You probably actually see him like start to hold his head, trying to refocus himself. That's all I can do. That's action and bonus action. And
Okay. Winnie, we come to you.
First and foremost, I'm gonna Misty Step out of the fucking way for my bonus action. Fuck all the way off with that shit.
Yeah.
I'm going over here by Gren. Winnie's like death grip on the broom, and she is surrounded by glittering silvery mist that just consumes her and then pops her out like on that outcropping there. And she kind of staggers. It looks like somebody tried to put her through a fucking paper shredder. There may or may not be a bone shard sticking out of her shoulder. And then
It's still piloted, so it's like
and then I'm gonna fucking Eldritch Blast that goddamn bone swarm.
there you go. Let's do
Asshole. 26.
it. 26 will hit.
Fuck you, dude. 26 and 18.
They both will hit.
Fuck, that sucked. First hit is 12. 4 of that is necrotic.
Okay.
Second is 7, and 1 of that is necrotic.
Okay. Got it and got it. I will say your blasts start knocking away more and more of the smaller pieces, and you're starting to see that in this part of the swarm there are larger bones. And the more of the smaller ones you knock away, the more those larger ones start to come into view. So it's just something to note.
Shite. Hit it with everything you got.
It is this bone swarm's turn. It is going to make a last-ditch effort to move into Marcus's space. That's a 23 to hit, Marcus.
That will hit. That
All
will
right.
hit.
You are going to be considered grappled.
Okay.
19,
And that's automatic on the hit, correct?
Yes. Jesus. That is 28 points of slashing damage.
Oh, no.
Actually, I'm going to say because you're large size and it's large size, go ahead and make me an acrobatics check to see if you can avoid it. Something about that just seems weird, an automatic hit when you're the same size as it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's going to be a dirty 20, 19
Okay.
in the die face.
Then, what did I say? 28. So take... I'm a merciful DM. Take 14 instead, and you are not grappled.
Mercy, yo.
Merciful.
Love it. We love it.
All right. That is going to be its turn. Marcus, we come to you.
Okay, so he's going to shout, Leo! You see that's coming. That's all we got.
I don't know. Still on the ground. Trying to focus and figure out where it's coming from, but just internalized.
So I realize now in a moment where I have to make a gamble, a tactical gamble. So with that, I'm going to present forth an index finger, and you're going to see this rune start to glow, pop off. I'm going to move my arm through it, and it's going to rush over my whole body. As it does so, you see my body, my large, monstrous frame already going to pop out more and more until I activate the rune of Hutagen, the archdevil of all pit fiends. And as this happens, you see like this smoldering, constant, like diesel fumes coming off me. My skin is crackled, and I am now taking resistance to all physical slashing, piercing, and bludgeoning damage.
Nice.
And with that, I just look at the Bone Storm and I go, you were a fun dance partner. Now you were a pain in my ass, me. And I just start going haymaker, haymaker, haymaker. Because I don't know what's coming. But if it's worse than these things, I'm going to want to not take so much goddamn damage.
Yeah. And you have advantage on these because I am helping.
Hell yeah, dude. Okay, so the first strike is going to be 18 to hit.
18 will hit.
Second strike is going to be...
I like the idea of like Uda's actually calling out, hit there, no, hit there. The smoke's in the way. There you go, hit there.
It's mostly she's very distracting to the Bone Swarm. She is very weirdly like that fade distraction of like you don't know how the Bone Swarm sees her, but every once in a while it sees her and she's just like crossed eyes at it and her tongue is stuck out. She's like, and it's distracted, so it can't move out of the way, and so he's able to punch it.
I want
love
a
that.
comic made where it's a combat moment, and there's every panel that features the monster. There's a teeny little Udazash in the corner trying to make a face to distract it.
And just a punch, like crossing its face in the process.
Mhm.
Speaking of, that next one is going to be 25 to hit.
25 will hit.
And last one is going to be another 18 to hit.
18 will hit.
Okay, here goes all the d8s. First one is going to be... Hold on. Okay.
Like, give
So
me
that's-
numbers.
Yeah, I feel like, wait a minute, math. Okay, so that is 28 for the first strike
Okay.
of damage. Second one is going to be 20. Is that right? Yeah. Second one is going to be 25. Last
Okay.
one is going to be
So extra.
yeah. The brain is just not braining today. 25 for the last one as well.
Okay. So here's what happens. And here was going to be the final phase of this fight. This Bone Swarm, as you are just pounding the hell out of it after that second hit, all that's left was a Minotaur skeleton. But because of the damage you dealt, You basically, as this thing constitutes, you just immediately smash it apart, and it just shatters before it can do anything else. Yeah.
I'm just imagining like the storm settles and there's a minotaur skeleton and Mark is like, oh hell no, and he just keeps going. Oh hell no!
Fuck that noise.
No, you won't get around one, and he just keeps going and going. Oh man!
Oh my gosh!
Everything goes quiet. We're gonna move back to our regular scene here.
Oh.
Bones, the sound of bones clattering together fades. Everything goes quiet. Everybody except for everybody except for Leo just hears a light breeze moving through some of the trees. But for Leo, you hear what sounds like thousands of minds screaming at once. And it gets closer and closer and closer. What do?
He's trying to focus. Is it? Does it seem like? How to phrase this? Does it seem like a magical attack? Does it seem like someone is pinpointing where he is? Like, does it seem like something is actively coming this direction? Like, what is he getting?
You gather that this is a magical attack. And it is pinpointed because her only point of contact was you in that detect thoughts.
CB, if you have a plan, go for it. Otherwise, I would be happy to try something for you.
I don't know if he has a plan. His plan right now is, everyone get back. I don't know what's happening. Is coming fast. Oh, hold on. Oh, no.
Winnie like rushes over. I don't know if this is gonna do anything, but I'm gonna she grabs Leo's face in her hands. Tell me what to do. Tell me what to do. What do you need?
No.
And that's when she casts protection from evil and good.
I have to think about that. Leo, I'm going to need you to make me an intelligence saving throw. However, because of your nature as a illithid, whatever sorceress power that you have, sorcery points, I would even accept levels of exhaustion, you can use as ammunition to essentially pad your roll. I have a DC in mind. I will tell you that Winifred's protection from evil and good really helped in terms of what damage I will roll if you fail.
Can he also get advantage because that is the wording on the spell?
Yes.
Okay. Great.
Your
Love that.
DC is 30. I will tell you, every 2 sorcery points that you use will give you a +1. And in reverse, if you push yourself and use levels of exhaustion, every level will give you a +3.
I have to ask, are we doing 2014 exhaustion or 2024 exhaustion?
Yeah.
This goddamn question.
I mean, it's an important
and here-
question.
Here's the thing. Listen, if we are using 2024 exhaustion, that is fine. We just need to know now. It does feel like we have, as a whole, switched towards 2024.
We are slowly moving towards 2024. So we're going to do that.
Oh, God. Great. So, I have 2 sorcery points I can use right now. But how long do I think I have? Because that doesn't matter.
I'm going to say you think you have a minute.
Okay.
Even with a minute, you're hearing that.
I won't be able to do much outside of that. So what I'm just going to do, you all see as Winnie is holding Leo's face, you can feel the warbling coming off of him. It is like almost trying to push you off and then also keep you there. This psionic power is just almost out of control. But you can also tell that it's being shifted with intentionality in the same breath. Because I'm going to do some some font of magic sorcery point bullshit right now. Okay, I'm going to expend my 6th level spell slot immediately. That gets me 6 sorcery points. I'm going to expend my last 5th level. That gets me, and I'm at 11 sorcery points. Well, sorry, hold on. I need to do this correctly. Not 5th level. Has to be 4th. I have a maximum of 11. Nope, sorry, it has to be. Do I have a 3rd? Ooh, I do have a 3rd. Great, never mind. 6th and 3rd to get me 9 sorcery points. That gets me back to 11. From there, I will take a level of exhaustion.
Okay. So you're going to be sitting at +8 in addition to what your save is right now.
It ain't a lot, fam.
with advantage. With advantage.
Advantage.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Now, luckily, I don't know if this is psychic damage. I do have resistance to psychic damage. If it is psychic, I'm stressing. Okay. Great. All right. So with a +8 at advantage.
With advantage. In addition to whatever your save already is.
+1.
So
+9. No. Okay. That's a 4 on the die. So that is a 13.
Oh no.
Is it worse? Oh.
That's a 2 on the die. That's 13.
Oh. Kuja, what can I do to help? What can I do to open to, like, Winnie's a conduit over the veil. What can she open herself up to this? Can we split the fucking damage or something?
Winnie, roll me a d20.
Oh, I'm gonna barf. 6.
You try to reach out to your patron to offer some sort of connection. And you hear that they're trying to gather whatever energy that they can to provide that. But it's not going to hit in time.
Oh, shit.
Does anybody else? I will say, because I did initially say it was going to be about a minute. So everybody does have some agency here. I don't want to remove.
I have a question.
Oh,
I
boy.
have an answer.
I have only used this ability once, and there's already some confusion as to how it works. So I'm going to read it, and I'm going to GM discretion on this. Like the oh god, what I repackaged this as Rune of Levistus. A creature I can see within 30 feet. Hit by an attack roll specifically. I can use my reaction to choose a different creature other than the attacker within 30 feet of me, myself included. Now it's attack roll. This is a saving throw. GM, how do you feel?
With it being a saving throw, magical thing that's happening right now, unfortunately, it would not factor in right here.
Super respect and understood. That being said, since I don't have a lot of options, I'm going to gently try to check with Leopold and say, Leo Monfred, what direction I'm coming at? I need to know where I'm coming.
Matt, I see you in the chat.
I have to ask a question because of the overload that is happening right now. What you get back is twofold.
Mm-hmm.
One, it's psionic. Sorry, it's telepathic. But two, it's in deep speech.
As you entered my mind to tell me this, and I could hear that kind of echoey rolling.
Yeah.
You could see I just kind of, there's a wince and there's a frustration. I put my hand on my throat, stick out my tongue, and as I do, you see on my tongue, the symbol of Asmodeus activates so I can understand deep speech to figure out what the hell you're telling me.
He's saying it's coming. I don't know what will be hurt in the process.
And back in deep speech, I say, don't worry about what's gonna be hurt. I'm gonna hurt real good with me. I didn't know which way it's coming, so I can bring the pain. Just tell me what direction, Leo. You could do this. Focus. What direction? After that, Uncle Marcus got us all taken care of.
Real quick, because Matt donated 10 gift subs to make this happen, Leo, I would like you to re-roll your intelligence saving throw with your advantage.
Oh my god. Help!
Come on,
I'm-
Bella. Come on, baby.
This is Marcus talking to you in deep speech,
Help!
helping you focus for another moment.
Here's what I will do as well. Jesus, chat. I'm going to give Leo a token of heroic inspiration as well. And I'm going to say that is a combined effort from both Winnie and Marcus. Udazash, is there anything that you'd like to add into this?
There's like a ton, but there's nothing that is actually going to be helpful. I think what she does is she jumps off the hand.
It fizzles as you jump too.
Yeah, I think there's whatever is happening, she jumps off the hand thinking that's going to be going. Marcus is already there asking the questions. Winifred is there doing the help. The last time anything in the brain happened, the only way that Udazash was able to help was because a god showed up and went, "Come with me, and we'll go into dreams." And so there's a moment in where she's holding her bow and she's watching this happen, and there is nothing that she knows how to do. I don't know what to do with mind things. I can't help people in the mind. And there's this conversation going on that she doesn't understand. She's gonna go look over at Gren. And she's gonna walk over to Gren and the rat. And if she needs to, she'll cast Speak with Animals so that she could talk with the two of them. I don't know if we still got any kind of connection up. And she's gonna ask the two of them, do you have any idea what is going on or what is coming?
I don't know. It's like everyone's screaming at once. I can kind of feel something weird. I feel a little funny. I don't know.
Mr. Stark, I don't feel so good.
Miss Udazash, I don't feel so good.
Okay. Like, who is screaming? Who is doing this? She's gonna listen
making
real hard.
all of them scream. All of them.
Oh, like all the dead people are screaming.
All of the dead people. Is there anything you'd like to do?
She's gonna do something on instinct. She's gonna run back over to her friends and she's gonna try to hide everybody from the screaming. She's gonna cast Pass Without Trace. She's gonna go. She's gonna go. Okay, well, hopefully they won't find us. Come on. And she's going to poof, and the shadows are going to come and surround everybody, and she's gonna try to hide everybody.
Oh,
And Lauren knows it won't work, but Udazash doesn't have anything that she can do to help with her mind, so that's what Udazash is gonna do.
Oh, my heart. Okay.
Okay. Great. So all of this, and what is heroic inspiration again? I'm so sorry.
It lets you re-roll any roll.
Gotcha. Okay. Oh my God, chat. All right. We're blessing the dice. We're blessing the dice down in Africa. We're blessing the dice.
Let's get that W. Let's get that fucking
First
W. Let's
roll.
go.
Where are you? Why'd you get stuck?
Because
That's
tension.
a 5.
Okay, we're going up. Okay.
A lot of growth.
Come
we
on,
can do.
baby. Come on, Baba.
Heroic inspiration.
Okay.
I am stressing out. Okay. 18 on the die.
Okay.
Okay.
27. Okay. All right. It's okay. The dice tell the story. What is about to happen?
You hold on. I gotta get my Sirenscape. I have to hold on. Just give me one moment. I know it's superfluous. Just allow me this.
Chat, are we cooked?
Can we get
Sometimes
SE with chat for our
not
goal?
Failure happens.
It's gonna be an epic
Sometimes
moment,
Failure happens.
and then it's gonna be an epic moment. But we're gonna.
Leo, your eyes blink, and it's like you can see. Your detect thoughts almost like goes up out of reflex. And you see this towering amount of psychic energy going up into the air and starts careening towards you. It gets closer and closer as you have your friends next to you. What do you do?
Feeling Winnie's connection, almost a magical sibling at this point. Allowing that to bring him some calm. Marcus's tenacity and longing to fight his battle for him. Udazash trying to hide them and keep them protected. She's always been a protector. There were moments, I think, in almost a mind's eye, we see him speaking to Kellen and Mishka. And the conversation, while it's goofy and fun, the main point they're not you, too. But I think they can do some good. I'm going to go with them. I'll be back, don't worry, but I think this is right. As that mind's eye disappears, just an understanding that this newfound party is what he needs. There's a little bit of a smile on his face. Because knowing what's coming, he might be the only one in this party who might be able to withstand this. And you feel, all three of you almost feel a gripping sensation. Almost like a hand gripping your shoulder or an arm or an elbow, just trying to hold on. Not let you all bear the weight of what's about to happen, but just a resolute understanding that whatever happens, he'll be okay.
Okay.
I'm stressed.
There's so many dice.
Leo.
Huh?
I want you to know that your resistance to psychic damage saved your ass. I rolled 94 points of psychic damage. What I will tell you is that at this moment, as you feel this assault on your senses, you hear this scream of the dead. Silence for just a moment. And almost as if time stops, you hear a sound. A voice. Old. Wise? Where dost thou gain thy strength? And you can't see them, but you know that someone is standing next to you.
Um, I think I get it from everything. From companionship, from knowledge, from understanding. I've always wanted to learn things. I've never really learned how to befriend people because I didn't have friends. I never really learned how to survive in the world because I never had to. And then when everything came tumbling down, and I turned into this. I guess I get my strength from finally having a chance to learn. Because once I learn, I know. And when I know, I can apply. And once I can apply, I guess the world's my oyster then.
I find thine answer satisfactory. And as he said, here you are. And I give you a moment in time to learn. Tell me, Leo, how this psychic storm changes you in this moment.
You all would see first physically the disguise, the facade that he puts upon him psionically shifts and edges almost glitches. And it continues to do so before it fully shatters. And you see standing before you the purple gray skin, tentacles. You've known that he's had one hazel eye and one purple. That hazel is gone. It is fully vibrant purple on both sides. You can see his tentacles writhing and moving, almost contorting. There's a almost ebb and flow of a power that's kind of pulsing off of him. And almost at once, around you, you see not only the ground and rocks beginning to shift and push and pulse, but the migraine that is being forced upon the three of you, as you can almost feel and hear his da-doom, da-doom, da-doom of his brain. The necklace that he wears has typically been a brackish, purpley color, seemingly loses all color and just becomes gray and translucent. He's slightly hovering off the ground, and he settles back down. Can I say the thing? As this person who learns and who applies combines those two elements into one, the knowledge of a wizard and the internal might of a sorcerer combines into a scion. As Leo is no longer a sorcerer, he is now officially a scion.
You feel your mind when the storm finally ceases is different. There's a little bit of it that's almost freeing. And now you know exactly where Trinity is.
He collapses to the ground. He's at 19 hit points.
I will say this is where we're going to go ahead and take our break. So, thank you, chat, for a fantastic first half of this game. This is so much fun. I was really excited about this part. But we're going to go take our bio break. So we'll be back in about 10 minutes. But for those in chat, go. He has risen. For those in chat, go get a snack, get some water, take your medicine if you haven't, and we'll see you back here in about 10 minutes. Be right back, everybody. Hello, everyone, and welcome back. So, you all are essentially in a team huddle with Leo. The storm has died down. It has faded. Leo, you know exactly where Trinity is. What happens next?
Definitely just like from exhaustion, hits the ground, eyes closed, breathing.
And
But
immediately,
yeah.
Winnie goes in for the healing. We're gonna do. How much do I have left? I should probably conserve a little of it. Maybe. We're doing.
All right.
I can find my other goddamn D8. We're doing 3d8 and then CB, whatever hit dice you want to use, go ahead and do.
Okay.
$15 HP back.
Okay. I'll just use 2 just to innately. You said 15?
Mm-hmm.
Great. And when you rolling hit die, that's still as your con, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So 15 goes up to 34. And then that's 7 plus that, so that is 243. Okay.
Leo. Oh, thank the matron.
I hurt.
I know, darling. Can you sit up?
Very, very, very weakly. He will attempt to. Oh, actually, I need to do that. I didn't tell you that, Guido. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we're not doing this without that. I just so you know.
We're not doing this without that. The most vague sentence in tabletop gaming.
That's terrifying.
I got you.
Yep. You see that he is weaker. You see him like trying to push himself up, and his hand is like shaking as he pushes himself. But as he does, you see a force, or you don't see anything actually almost like lift him up the rest of the way.
Okay, all right. Take it easy.
Oh, what happened?
You changed a little bit.
Oh. You see over his form, it attempt to shift, and then like that glitch, it bounces back. Oh. Okay. Good thing. I think I know what she is. Also, someone spoke to me. I don't know who they were.
What did they sound like?
Old.
What did they say?
They asked where my strength lay. It was. I don't really know. It was a lot. Oh, and you see, he tries to slowly get up. Again, where he's not pushing, that almost a force is pushing him up.
Careful.
Did anyone get hurt?
No, Leo, we all find us. We good.
Winnie looks down at the bone shard sticking out of her shoulder.
Marcus looks over and kind of goes, "Oh, no one got hurt, Leo. Everybody, okay."
I have a feeling someone might be hurt in a second, though. And he's looking right at Winnie as he looks back at Marcus.
Marcus is still large, just like Yeah, no, I'm going to my ass
Actually-
beat. It has been more than a minute, hasn't it?
Let me ask, Leo,
Mhm.
is the telepathic bond still up?
Yes, but not in the way. Oh no. I'm going to make an intelligence saving throw.
Okay.
Which is now a +9. Is that what the fuck is that? 15. On a 15, it snaps off and snaps back on. But what you all realize is it's not a spell. He didn't like flick his wrist or anything like that. And while it feels innately the same, it almost feels more secure more than anything. As I'm going to let me just make sure. Yes. I need to check one quick thing. New stuff. There we go. I'm gonna expend one of my psionic dice. I'm gonna roll that really quickly. That's appropriate. Chill. As I look at you all feel that knock mental intrusion again. As with my telepathic connection, not only can I increase the range of my telepathy by 80 feet. So now my telepathy right now is 110 feet. More importantly, I can add people to my range, and you all are now a part of that telepathic hub. And I'm adding everyone who's in this area. And other things happen, but we don't got to worry about that right now.
We can worry about that later.
Yeah. So the answer was yes. It's just shifted. It was no longer a spell. It's more
Got it.
innate now.
Interesting. Okay.
Leo, you are very different.
Is there something in my tooth? You see him like open his mouth, and as he's like playing with his tooth, you don't see human teeth. Have you ever seen like a lamprey?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I figured it was like a squid beak.
It's
Yep.
like, oh, it's not even a beak. It's like just open up and there's just rows of circular teeth.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Have you actually ever looked at Illicit art? It is not cute.
No.
Not cute at all.
Nope. I don't know if y'all remember 3.5, but the reason why they used to do like Mind Blast to stun you is so they could actually eat your brain from the outside in. They,
Oh, that's still there.
oh, they still do that? We love it. We love it.
You know where she is?
Sorry.
You're good.
What did you? Sorry. Can you repeat that?
Winning is like digging through her satchel and pulls out a health potion. You know where she is.
As you see him look or like start to think, his tentacles all shoot in a direction.
I'm going to call that a yes. I think I've got like a greater healing potion. So I'm going to chug that.
I'm gonna. Well, I was about to slow you down on that, but so I'm gonna look in that direction that your tentacles have pointed, and I'm gonna start doing basically like this hand gesture here, then the rule of thumb as I'm looking around. I'm starting to kind of measure off my thumb joints, and I'm looking over to Leopold, and I say, "How far you think that is? You maybe like a couple hours walk, maybe like a half a day walk, yeah." Now, if you want the advice of a humble tattooist, I'm going to tell you what I think. If you want the advice of a soldier, I'm going to tell you what we going to do with us. Question is, who do you want to talk to you right now?
The one that punches things.
Oh, Fred, they both like punching, but let's just say this. If it's about half a day's walk, couple hour walk, we might want to go to bed right now, wake up, and hit that with full strength. If it's not, if it's under a couple hours and we want to get this done pronto, we pop these potions, we do what we can to make ourselves absolutely full send, and we go in there with all our might. What do you feel like?
Let me ask this, Cujo. I know where she is, and I could actually do it this way. Hold on. Huh, actually. But no, I used that, and I used that. Oh, okay, great. I just got to shift the level I use it at. Let me just make sure I get it correctly. There we are. Whew, there she is. Great. As I as he asks this, and gives us these options, you'll see Leo begin to look in the direction that he knows that she is in. And I say, give me a moment, please. I'm going to take the 10 minutes that it requires. Unless I can update this. I don't think I can. Take the 10 minutes that it requires to cast clairvoyance. To create an invisible sensor within range in a location familiar to you. I know where she is. Remains in place for the duration and can be attacked and otherwise interacted with. More importantly, let's choose seeing or hearing. I'm going to use seeing, and I can switch between with an action, and I can see anything, where they are. I can see. I'm mostly trying to see if she looks spent. Like if we rest, it won't be a problem because she can't even do anything right now. If she doesn't look spent, resting ain't an option.
You cast the spell and you feel your perception almost shift, and your eyes can't help but slowly slide to about half lidded as you focus. You feel your sight like move and move and move and move and move until you come upon like a ruined military bastion of some kind. There are large buildings that have caved in. It looked like there was a stone wall that was completely destroyed. You continue forward. Some of the finer details, it's too fast for you to really take in, but you go into a building and then go down before you come across what looks like a temple. There are sconces with green flickering flame that gives an eerie ambient light. The majority of this chamber is in shambles. It's clear that this was some sort of place of worship because there is this statue of an individual wearing robes with a hood that points down, and there's a skeletal face underneath. In the center of the room is a larger brazier that has a book, like a black leather-bound book floating, pages open, and you can see it's a little gruesome, but you can see just bits and bones and pieces of things just sort of scattered on the floor. And knelt by that bigger brazier is a woman with black, but with thick streaks of gray pigtails that sort of are very messily kept. Her face, you could tell she is herself undead. She has features, her eyes are clouded over, her skin looks stretched, her jaw almost looks a little like dislodged. She's wearing old robes and she is slumped against the edge of the brazier, breathing heavily.
And I'm going to kind of like how we did with Raries and telepathic bond. Sorry, Raries and detect thoughts. See if I can add the trio, this group into seeing.
Yeah.
You all, as a note, he said, "Give me one moment," and just went silent. You didn't see him move. You didn't see him flicker. Actually, if anything, you would have seen his tentacles seemingly make a pattern in the air. And then for a moment it was silence, and then your each of your eyes begin to glaze over. I'm gonna put in Grin too, if Grin can be a part of it, I guess.
Sure.
But eyes begin to glaze over, and you all see what he is saying.
Yeah. All of you see that underground temple. You see the statue. You see the braziers, the book. What presumably is Trinity.
You said temple. Is there any iconography? Anything that is standing out? Or does it seem like a ruined space?
Make me a religion check.
Considering that Winnie can also see this.
I'm not going to lie. I was sitting here like,
Right. I'm like, let's bring them in because they might get another perceptive too. That's a dirty 20 for me.
okay.
We're also talking religion checks, right?
Yep.
Can I give Winnie advantage on that? Give aid? Because I have proficient in it. So basically, I'm aiding her.
Yes, I will allow it if only there are a couple avenues that could be done, either through the psychic bond that is happening or you talking through, like back and forth conversing, like, oh, it could be this, or this.
Okay.
22.
Both Leo and Winifred can identify this statue. There is a temple to this individual that was said to have been seen not too far from the outskirts of the Emerald Grove. A temple to Jurgle.
While they're examining the temple, can I read over her shoulder the book?
Make me a perception check for that.
Okay.
Because you're trying to really focus in on some of those details.
Yeah, I want to see what was the last thing she's doing. What was she looking at? 19.
With a 19, you can see that the last page, and you've seen some spell books before, maybe not when they're actively you know, I leave that up to you. You can see that there is a spell that was expended from the page in this spell book called Screams of the Damned. It had a chant. It lists spell components. And you can identify that this was considered a ritual. But it still took something out of her to perform. Kind of glancing at the book, there's nothing really jumps out at you about it. You can sort of deduce that this might just be her personal spell book. That she is drawing these spells from.
Okay. And I think after kind of looking over that spell, that ritual, and going on the assumption that that was the thing that she just did, and knowing how much it attacked and changed Leo, and Udazash has her own idea of how good and or bad that was. I want to take another look at her. Yeah, she looks tired, but is this the kind of thing where she's going to take 5-10 minutes and then be okay and she just needs to catch her breath? Or is this, yeah, that took a lot out of her and she's going to need to take a break?
Make me an insight check.
Okay. 12.
12. It's a little difficult to tell. You can definitely see that some of there's sweat that has gathered on her brow.
So sorry. Would you allow me to roll that as well? Because that was the original intent of looking
sure.
at the day to see if she is.
Yes.
Right.
Go ahead.
Thank you.
Leopold, I did not even know undead could sweat.
I mentally looks at Winnie. He doesn't know that undead can sweat either. Talk to the undead chick.
Hey, she's not undead.
20. Hey, undead mistress. I don't know. 22.
Udazash, it's a little difficult to tell. She does definitely seem spent in some way. Leo, you can tell, and you're familiar with that feeling of being spent magically as a sorcerer. And while wizards function differently, they're still the same principle. She's definitely tapped, and she definitely needs rest.
Okay. You're gonna once he gets this vibe, this understanding, taking in that it's a Temple of Jericho, someone he didn't know super well, just read in the book once, Gods for Dummies or something. He begins to essentially exit the room. The three of you, so silly, you get a pop-up saying, someone's trying to exit. Would you like to come? AKA, once you all are ready to go, then the clairvoyant spell went.
I imagine there's a general vibe that, like, yes, we've gotten all we need.
It's like when you complete a raid in an MMO, and it's like the leader has left the raid. Would you like to leave? And you're like, yeah.
It's closing in 5 minutes, so get your last stuff. You're done.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. The host is left. Would you like to be the new host? No.
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 Yeah, that'll actually be cool. That means giving someone else concentration.
God, could you imagine Marcus with his 12 intelligence trying to rock that?
Oh, buddy.
That'd be a fantastic, like, goofy mechanic.
It would be like claymation or like an 8-bit type of...
No, it'd be like rubber hose, like rubber noodle, like.
Guys, no FPS.
Oh, nope. That's on a dial-up. That is not.
As he pulls back, letting that simmer. Actually, I do have to ask. Now she's spent, and I know by asking this, I could be planting a seed. But I am an honest player. A creature that can see the sensor, aka benefiting from see invisibility or true sight, will see a luminous, intangible orb the size of your fist. Do I think that she saw that we saw?
Oh, shit.
Like, does she have
And
true
did we
sight?
see that she saw that we saw that
Exactly
she saw?
that.
We know
I'm
that
like,
she knows that we know that she knows.
She know that we
Listen,
know that they know.
The bitch already knows we're here.
They don't know we know they know we know.
They know.
Nobody's gonna know.
How are they going to know? No one's going to know.
Nobody's gonna know.
They're gonna know.
She doesn't react.
Okay, now a reaction doesn't mean, or a lack of reaction doesn't mean anything, but still,
Mhm.
he will. For now, he will accept that. goes out.
The moment clairvoyance fades away, she's like, "Ha ha, I know you're
You
there."
suckers. Crying. Yeah, he comes out of that. Okay, well, I think the soldier could rest. I think we have a moment.
And then there's a
How?
kind of a heavy pause, and then he goes, "Today I'm making dinner, y'all. What you want? Because I got some leftovers. I can probably make a really good, just throw it in the pot, dinner in 5.
Can you make a pot pie and make sure the meat is well done? Sorry.
No, don't be sorry. Hey, Leo, give me those eyes. For you, I'm gonna make you a pot pie. I'm gonna do that for you. Do you like gravy or mashed potatoes inside your pot pie?
Mashed potatoes, please.
All right, I'm gonna put some butter, garlic on that. You ain't never gonna have one as good as I'm gonna make you. You stay right there. And I go into my thing and I check out this giant, like it's almost like a witch's cauldron. I slam it down on some wood, and I kind of like I cock the arm. I pull back. You start seeing a bunch of fiery snakes. And I summon the rune of Phlegethos. I punch the wood and I activate the fire rune, so it's all just ablaze with fire. And I'm just like, oh, I'm just like singing songs. I'm like throwing in like potatoes and butter and thyme and steak chunks, peas, carrots.
I am not the kind of DM that would be like, "Oh, that's not your inventory." But if I were a shitty DM, I'd be like, in reality, you put food rations and food rations
Yeah.
and food rations.
Like granola and beef jerky,
Listen,
and
we're
cola
good.
and beef jerky.
And pocket
He's got a bag of
bacon.
holding just for a cauldron and food. That's it. That's
Mhm.
the only thing that you can put in it.
I have,
Just-
I
That's
have,
amazing.
I have Lord Ramsay's bag of ingredient holding.
There you go.
Like every time you open it up, it swears at you, but it's just a full freezer of ingredients.
hmm
Still from Robert, just have a bag of coating as well for all of your
Oh my
ingredients to
God.
keep the meat preserved.
That'll do.
Mhm.
The food porn that we end up hearing about on Wednesdays is unnecessary, but I'm here for it.
So DM short rest.
Long?
You can, I will say, from what you saw, you feel pretty confident that you can actually gain a long rest.
Ooh, child.
Yeah, we're gonna need that.
Thank you, GM.
Udazash will take some time and scout around the area because it sounds like we've just kind of gone, okay, poof. And so she will take a little bit of time and like make sure the area is clear, make sure to like scoop out any of the bones that have been left behind and make sure none of them are nearby. But then eventually is gonna like plop down next to Leo, especially as food has been delivered.
Before I have to jump in.
Yeah.
Because this brings me joy to actually have a chance to do this. As Udazash is like hunting or doing the thing, what is she thinking about?
So are you like listening?
Just not necessarily.
Okay.
But like, what is she thinking about?
It's a combination of a couple of things. It's partially the job at hand. So
Mhm.
we've decided that we are going to long rest. And so part of it is like need to make sure that the area is clear. Need to make
Mhm.
sure that there's no immediate threats. Need to make sure that we've got eye lines and all right, the fire is going to be good and got to get rid of these bones and all of that. And then she's also fairly like weirdly distracted by what has just happened to Leo.
Mhm.
And I think Winifred would also kind of notice that she's had this look on her face that's very similar to the one that she had back in the Raven Queen's temple when she came out of after destroying the hand and getting that boon. Like Udazash had this kind of wondrous look on her face. She's had that same look on her face when Leo changed, and it's been kind of this back and forth of worried but wondrous. And so she's also thinking about like, I wonder what exactly happened. He became something, but it's something really cool. He's kind of tired. I wonder if he's okay. It's like this something cool happened. I hope you're okay. I want to find out more. You look really tired.
as you're kind of thinking of these things, almost like scatterbrained, was flitting back and forth through these emotions, um, you suddenly see kind of scurry out from like a tree or something a small cranium rat.
I don't know if she knows what that is. So I think she stops, she pulls out the bow, and then she's just, that is a very big brain.
GM, just so you know, per my ritual caster feat, I can cast one ritual with a regular casting once per long rest. It happened unintentionally, as he unintentionally made a familiar. I have Find Familiar. And per the new rules of Find Familiar, it can also be any other beast with a challenge rating of 0. A cranium rat comes out and stares, and in your mind says, "Don't shoot! Sorry, I'm with that one."
Does it actually point like with a little rat hand? Like,
I think it's like a little tail, like flicks.
Okay, I was not going to shoot.
Is it safe?
I was making sure it was safe. I think it is so far.
He likes you.
Okay, I like him very much. Do you know him?
I should. And it is just going to follow you back. I'm not going to take the scene up, but you just see that a rat is with you. And it's based on how you kind of. It seems to have been pulled from also your kind of swiftness, your brain scattering, the psionic power that is kind of coming into its own.
I mean, if he follows me, I will just continue to chatter with him. I don't think Udazash realizes that there's like a mental link. I think she thinks that she's just automatically cast Speak with Animal. Like she does with actual animal. And so she's just gonna chat with this rat, and like as she continues to do her little thing, and then eventually come on over and be like, "Leopold, I think I found a friend of yours. Oh, I'm sorry, I did not get your name. What was your name?"
GM, name the rat.
Oh, now it's my turn.
Yeah.
Barnabas.
Oh.
That's a good name. That's a very strong name.
That means we get to call him Barney for short.
Only if he says that is an okay nickname to have. Is that an okay nickname to have?
Oh, now it's my. Jesus.
Good job.
So it was,
Someone take
it was
over
like
this
Cockney,
rat, or
right?
I will take over this
It
rat.
was kind of cockney, I guess.
Cockney?
That's all right. I'm fine with it.
Oh, I guffing at you. What? I'd rather pie.
Hey,
Sorry.
at tables, GMs are storytellers too, and get a chance to be shocked by something. Not too
fair.
much though.
Absolutely.
I was like, oh, perfect opportunity. I didn't think it was gonna happen. Anyway, Leo goes,
I
what?
can either do super Cockney or not.
There's nothing
I mean,
yet.
if you're gonna go Cockney, you might as well go super extra.
I could try it.
It sounds good.
Thank you.
Sorry.
Don't make me talk anymore, please.
Are you okay? Yes. Udazash.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were talking to the rat again.
No, I don't even know what that is.
He said that he was here for you.
Yeah. Hi
Um,
there.
Okay. Well. Hello. Why is he with me?
You brought me.
I did not.
You did.
I mean, I think he would know, right?
I've never been able to do that before.
Well, I mean, we've witnessed your becoming, and so you can do a lot of new things now.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to get used to that one. How are you? Oh, sorry.
Might be your familiar, darling.
Yeah.
I mean, you're
Sort of
you're
like
going
that.
to. I mean, you're going to have to get to know him before he will be familiar to you. But yes,
Okay. I will get to know him once. I, and he like looks at just the group. I don't think that's going to happen again. I apologize for putting you all in danger.
Do not think you put us in any danger. I think that was the evil necromancer lady.
She got mad at me when I guess looked into her brain, and she told me to stop playing with her things, which are not people. But I feel like I should have warned you.
I think you did. There was a lot of yelling about how she was coming, and there was like a wave of things coming, and yeah, you did a lot of warning.
Okay. Thank you. So what do? We go after her? We still have to go look for Shale. I feel like I don't know what to do next.
First thing we do is we eat. I'm almost done with your pies are done. I made you 3 little pies, but everyone else got your things done. After we're done eating, we rest. You don't win a war when you're tired. You don't win a fight when you got nothing left to fight with. When we done eating and done resting, we go find that necromancer. We destroy her, and we find Shale, and we save her. We do one thing and then the other. We don't do it half-cocked.
You are right that we have to go after Shale, but Shale is bait. They are not going to do anything to Shale until we arrive. So we've got a little bit of time with her.
That's
and
true.
the necromancer cannot stay. She is not a good being, person, undead influence.
I do agree with that, me. I'm just worried that she over there doing her own thing. If we go over there, we might be inviting more trouble than she's worth. But if she's willing to chase us down, then that is a problem we need to nip in the bud, as it were.
She already came looking for us. We're on her radar already.
Don't we go looking for her? We turned that radar right off. We shot her down.
I can't let someone subjugate souls like that. I cannot. It is against everything that I'm sworn to.
I've been in a cell, me. I've done that trick for a while. I wouldn't wish that on anybody. If what she do is just bars and gates with different names, I'm gonna kill her. I'm gonna make it stick.
We are going to free all of these souls. And then we will free Shale. There will be a lot of freeing in the next couple of days.
Okay. Great. Then that's what we will do.
See Marcus kind of stirring the pot for a little bit. Face makes kind of like a bitter twinge to it as he's thinking. Y'all, is that don't name us? I'm trying to make it work. I can't quite make it. Like the Freers don't quite have a good name. Everyone knows good group of adventurers. They got themselves a name. Damn, I'm trying to figure out one for us. Freers. I almost taught 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, but that just sound. Yeah, you know.
Chainbreakers.
Hey, no, that's the name that's got some legs to it. Chainbreakers. Ooh, that's us. Woo! That's us right there, Chainbreakers.
We need a name? I already have a name.
Oh, no, Odie. All the adventurers, all the heroes, they got themselves like a name for all of them together. They do, like, right? So, like, maybe going out there and you calling yourselves the heroes of Baldur's Gate, the Absolute, Bell's Hells. I don't know. People got names, what I'm trying to say. And
Bell's Hells is pretty good. Can we be that?
No, shit. That's already taken by somebody else. They're over there.
Oh, okay.
We
No,
don't know them,
okay.
but they all got their name. I'm saying we take our own name. And I think when he's just giving us from a big, beautiful brain, a big, beautiful name, us. We are the chain breakers. We break the chains of fate. We break the chains around the necks. We break the chains in the cells. We break the chains of death. For peace.
Do we have to do this physically?
I think it's metaphorically, but I mean, I could probably break it one or two if I really had to.
I feel they will like. Okay. Chain breakers.
Is that one word or two? Or is there a hyphen?
I need to probably officially put that down if like we get any deeds and things of that nature. We need.
We need a logo. I can cover us in that artwork. I can put like chains around our arms, but they're broken in the middle.
No.
I'm just saying we have a great opportunity for branding.
All right, the giddy enemy just popped out.
Somewhere miles and miles away, Gideon's just like, no.
Gideon like feels the disturbance in the force.
Yeah.
Just they're up to shit. They're up to bullshit.
They're going there. We're the chain breakers. I don't know why I know this. Runs off.
Someone
to the book and he's
somewhere
like-
is speaking about something inane.
Yes.
If you are looking for a logo, maybe because nobody likes actual physical changes, maybe we go with just the CB. Maybe just CB. That is a very good logo.
Oh, but so sorry. In character, in character, you're going like CB. I don't know if that's going to play. That's two letters too close together. I think we need a little more than that.
They're very good initials.
Yeah, very good.
Darlings. Let's make sure we survive this necromancer and the hand before we start thinking about Brandon,
I mean, I can do both at the same time. I'm very good at multitasking. But you are right. We should think about necromancer and shale and then business cards.
One thing at a time, please.
When he's right, we can't do any of this on an empty stomach. So get your bowls, get ready. Soup's on. Leo, your pies are over there. I hope you like ale. I pulled you. Oh, you precious. Yeah, let me just get.
Spectrum did the thing.
No! PJ!
PJ, no.
I'm back, baby. I'm sorry about that. I did a whole pantomime getting you your pies off camera and everything.
Your pantomime was so good about being off camera that you actually left and then came back. It was perfect.
It was like, here, have some no internet. And I was like, oh, thanks, Spectrum. No, that's unusual for you.
Mhm.
All right. Is there anything else you wish to do before you are able to rest for the evening?
Winnie wants to start working on something. Dinner's happened, and I imagine we're all sort of winding down. She's going to tell the others that she'll step away. She's not going to go outside of the firelight. She just needs a few moments. And Kuja, we can talk about this later, but I had an idea for what is essentially a mojo bag. It might take a while to gather the components, but I imagine it's something that she can start cobbling together as they have a little downtime. And I think part of her figuring that out is she is going to take a moment to like take off her shoes, like put her bare feet on the earth and reconnect with her patron for a moment.
You feel the presence of your patron next to you. They appear this time as a tiefling with sad eyes. But they're there.
Do you know anything about Churgle?
Yeah. He's the one that came before.
Before the matron?
Before all of them.
Oh,
The one at the end of all things. He wasn't bad. But he did step down. And that's what sort of led to where we are now. At least that's what I understand about it.
I imagine then he doesn't particularly care much about who's using his temples then. If he's set down the mantle.
He might. It's possible. With him, from what I was told, he's a little difficult to read. It's possible.
Good to know. I don't remember the hand. Was that before?
You see for the first time that your patron is hesitant to answer. If you have questions, I can give you some answers. But I will say, the tale is not a good one.
I know you have your reasons. You and her both. I trust you.
I also feel, and this is just me, that you deserve to know. And if you ask it, I can tell you. I can show you.
There's a moment where Winnie seems to brace herself and she seriously considers it, because there's nothing more dangerous than going into a fight half blind. But she shakes her head. Not now. But once we start heading in that direction, I think you're gonna have to unlock those doors.
You feel a hand on your shoulder. When you ask me, I'll walk you through.
Can't be any worse than dying, can it?
Their face doesn't change.
Thank you.
No matter what it is that you are shown, no matter how dark the path ahead is, you are strong enough to bear it. And you have those near you to help you.
I know. I know.
And as your patron gives a bow, and as their form fades from sight, this is where we will end tonight's session. I love this game.
I love
Thank
playing
you
this game with
all.
all of you.
I love this campaign, this game, the story, all of it. Thank you all. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you for all of the subs. Matt, how dare you?
Thank you, Matt.
Thank you, Matt.
We love
Thank you,
very much.
Matt.
We meant to say thank you, Matt.
Yeah.
Thank you, Matt.
Thank you, Matt. Thank you, Matt, for constantly giving a gift sub to any viewer who has come into this chat over the last several weeks who does not already have one. That just thank you. That means a lot to me. And it means a lot to everybody. So thank you for being super supportive. Thank you to everybody else, to all the new followers, to those who donated bits. I know that somebody had donated some bits tonight. I appreciate it. We are going to go ahead and prepare to raid another channel, but before we do, we want to give the spotlight to our wonderful cast. Let them know where we can find you, how we can support you, and how we can lift you up.
Hi, I'm Lauren Urban. You can find all the stuff I'm doing at my website, lauren-urban.com. In a couple weeks, I will be at Origins, which eventually I'm going to be able to say without thinking about saying oranges. It'll happen. So if you happen to be at Origins Game Fair in a couple of weeks, come and see me. I'll be at the WizKids booth, or I'll be at the WizKids tournament stuff, or I'll just be doing WizKids stuff, because that's my day job, if you didn't know. I don't talk about it that often. I'll also be playing La Boheme this week. So if you happen to be in the greater Seattle area and want to hear me playing English Horn in a Pit, because you can't see me, because that's not how that works, you can come and hear me play La Boheme. Otherwise, I love playing with these folks here, and I'm so happy. Thank you.
Hey everybody, my name is Omega Jones, also known as Cryptbard across all social media channels. I do a lot, so just check my socials for anything that's coming up. Again, if you're going to MagicCon, I'll be at MagicCon in Vegas, and some things are starting to really kick off on my channel. So just keep looking at the socials to see what's actually coming next. Yeah, that's me.
Hi, hello, good evening, folks. You can call me Laura or Tutu or Laura Tutu. And the easiest way to find all of the things that I'm doing is to head over to my website, lauratutu.com. Other than that, I'll see you around probably in the next Vampire Chronicle.
Hello, everyone. Let's hope I can do this before Spectrum decides to throttle my internet once again. My name is PJ McGaw. Hello, everyone. You can find me all over the internet at PJ McGaw. If you are in LA or Southern California this weekend, you can come check me out live at Anime Riverside as I'm running multiple panels and content, including Anime Mad Libs for laughs and prizes, Anime, where real Hollywood stunt women and martial artists talk about anime and how their fights can be applied in real life. As well as many other panels that I have created and I'm running. So please come by Anime Riverside. Enjoy. It's the fastest growing anime convention in Southern California. And you get to see me be a dork for 2 days straight, as opposed to only on Fridays. Also, there was something else I needed to say and plug, and now my brain is completely screwing up. But you know what? In case I don't remember, please go to my socials at PJ McGaw. If you see the bearded face, you're in the right place. And until then, thank you so much for this, and I'll see you next time.
PJ, I'm constantly intimidated by your ability to whip a rhyme out on the fly. I'm a little jealous of that. Hi, everybody. I'm Cujo. I've been your chronicler for this evening. I love this game. You can find me all over the place as either Cujo Plays Games for my personal stuff, like pro wrestling. If you're into indie wrestling and are in the Chicago area, I will be performing at a show called Blow for Pride Month, the Bodacious Lads of Wrestling. It's going to be hilarious and wonderful, and I'm excited for it. But if you follow Critic Chronicles, you can see show announcements, updates, that sort of thing. Currently, the schedule for this channel is on Tuesdays for the foreseeable future. We will be playing Bitten, our Dagger Heart Chronicle, GM'd by our wonderful Talking XP. Johnny is incredible. We have a killer cast. It's been awesome. Of course, as I say that, I then realize that we are going to be off this upcoming week, so don't judge me, but this will give you time to catch up on the first 2 episodes, which are heartbreaking. Wednesdays, you can typically find me over at Nerd Immersion, playing some 2024 D&D. Thursdays, we are back here for Tales of the Valiant, sponsored by Kobold Press, 2 years in a row. Thank you so much, Kobold Press. We love you. We appreciate you. And if you are a fan of podcasts, there was a wonderful podcast that just launched with myself and my darling Laura called Road to Hell from Queen's Court Games. The first episode is live, and if you want to listen to me be a problem, you can listen to that show.
What's Mason's favorite word? Fuck ass.
Pretty much. Fuck ass, fuck off, fuck
He's
me.
a fuck ass.
He's a fuck ass. But yeah, that's what I got going on. But in the meantime, we're gonna go ahead and get a raid set up. We're gonna raid Smoking Glue Guns because they are also playing some D&D, and we want to lift up and support them because they are friends of the channel. But in the meantime, thank you all sincerely. I love doing this. I love putting on this show. I like telling this story with these wonderful, wonderful people. It is very healing for the heart. But thank you for tuning in and for supporting the show and supporting the channel. It does mean a lot. It goes straight to my heart, and you are all irreplaceable. So please be nice to each other, and we will see you guys next time. Good night, everybody. PJ says good night.
Some say